Hello there, YouTube. I'm going to be going through a little bit of the remixing process for a YouTuber who was wondering how I go about doing this. I don't have the name of the YouTuber right now, but I will put it somewhere on the screen when I go back and do my annotations because I don't want to open Firefox and get all that stuff going. So I'll just leave. I'll just know that this is going out to a specific person who sent me a message wondering how I would go about making a remix, and I thought I would make him a video. So I'll put his name right here when I do the annotations. But so I'll go sort of through the basic process, like choosing a song and actually sort of using the different parts of the song, that type of thing. But actually, since I need to open Firefox anyway, I guess I'll pull open the songs to do that. Let's look at a couple examples of songs that are easier to remix. So step one, I'll go through sort of three basic steps. First step is picking the song. So let's get a couple examples. This is a song that has been done numerous times with dubstep and that type of thing, and it's ideal for dubstep remixes because there's no drums, there's almost no instruments, and it's all a cappella, and the lyrics are really compelling too, and it's a pretty awesome song. So you can hear what that sounds like real quick.
Began to fall. Crops up as the streets. There, there's your moments hung before the takeover, the sweeping insensitivity. Catch me around here.
So you can see how that could be used with dubstep or any type of electro music. Just check out Hide and Seek dubstep and you'll find the remix of that. And one other example really quick is Starry Eyed by Ellie Goulding. She has a music video, I think, for this, yeah. And the most commonly used part is the beginning, I think, because there are drums and instruments that come in later, but the lyrics at the beginning are pretty awesome, pretty cool. So that's another example of a song that has been used over and over again in dubstep remixes. But the song I'm working with is Lady Gaga's Paparazzi. So if you have chosen your song step one, another part of that is to find the stems if you're looking to do a more popular song. And the stems basically are each individual part of the song separated out. So Lady Gaga actually officially released the stems for Paparazzi. They're a little bit tricky to find, but they're out there. I think they're on her official website, but what it is there's two different synths, the drums and the vocals, obviously. And this is what they sound like. Here's the two different synths together. Drums. Alright, so the song I haven't worked on in a while, so there isn't really a lot of bass. I haven't really, this is before I really knew what I was doing with bass. I got good synth sounds and everything, but I didn't really know how to make sub basses yet. So Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and you have to find the stems if you want to do a more popular song, or if you know the artist, you can ask them to give you the stems. Like my brother, he's friends with a singer in the band in a band called I Wobble. I wrestled a bear once, and they're like a death metal progressive band, and they just chose to give him the stems out of kindness. Like they just chose to do that to give him the opportunity to do a remix, even if he finished it or not. So some artists are willing to do that if you know them. Local bands are willing to do that. Um, so yeah, that's what you want to do. That's the part of picking a song. If it's not a cappella, you have to find the stems somehow or find an a cappella version of it. All right, so step 2 is pretty much finding the key. Finding the key of a song is pretty simple. You can look it up on Wikipedia, which I did, and it told you the chord progression, or you can just like make a chord progression in your MIDI thing, in your MIDI map, and then just move the notes up and down until it matches. That way takes a little bit longer. If you have a better ear, it doesn't take as long. But I did that initially, then I looked it up afterward. So you can check out the chord progression. So you can hear there's a big change there, and it's important to utilize that. Make sure that it's prominent, because the vocals go up, and you want to have sort of that big shift. So that's fine. That's step 2, is finding the key, finding the progression, finding the scales that it's using. This one's like major scale. I think it's in like C or something. I don't know. Looks like it's in G sharp major, I think. Yeah, something like that. And so that's that part of it. Step 2 is finding the key. It's probably the most important part if you're gonna make a remix. And so that's that. And what I did with this one is I made the chorus the drop, which works pretty well, and it sounds good. Here's a build and drop real quick. If Logic will work. Alright, so you get the idea. That's what I did with that. And something that you can do if you get the drum stems is you can split out specific parts that you think sound cool. So, and one example of that is like a little clap snare type thing in the drums, which we can check out right here. You'll hear what I mean when I play it. So that like clap thing, I cut that out and I put it here in the track. You can hear what it sounds like. It's much more quiet, but it's just another little part of the song that you can throw in there. Alright, so that's what I did there. Then obviously the build, I cut the lyrics up so it sort of gives a hint to what the song is when the build is going on. And then on the instruments, I have the beat, which I have a phaser on, and like a flanger, and I think a little echo or something, I don't know, but this is what it sounds like. And then I take the original instruments, and then I added an auto filter on one of them and a warp factor on another, which is you go down to voice, warped voices, and warped factor, and it's a really awesome effect. You can hear what that sounds like. It's really cool. We can turn all these off so you can hear what it's like without it. That's it without. Cool sounding synth, but it's kind of boring. And this adds a lot more space, a lot more depth to the sound. With the other sounds, it's really cool. So that's what I did with the stems there. And then I guess I have a much bigger drop here. I have about a minute left, so I'll show you that real quick.
I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me. Paparazzi. I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me. Paparazzi. Baby, there's no other superstar, you know that. Baby, there's no other.
So right there is a really cool thing you can do, is change the phrasing of the lyrics, and that's what I love when people do in remixes, is they take the lyrics, they chop it up, and they make not necessarily a new meaning to the song. That would be pretty hard to do if you're rearranging lyrics, but just a new take on the song, like a new angle. And this is just a really cool way to add depth to a remix without just using the vocals and putting bass over it. So yeah, I hope this helps. I might do a second part to this depending on the comments I get, depending on the questions I get. Let me know if you have any questions about how I made any of the synths, the samples I'm using, anything. As always, send me a message if you want me to make you a video. I'll be happy to do that. Make sure you subscribe for more and keep coming back for the stuff I'm making. Thanks.